Hello and welcome to the debate podcast starring Callan Morey. I am Callan Morey, and today I have a guest with us. But first, we are now starting a new special, and the special is called Cars, which, if you can guess, is talking about cars. But let's introduce our guest, Isaac Hinterman. Isaac, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I guess first thing I say is, what do you want to know about me, really?
Uh, I, you tell me. What can you?
Okay.
You know,
Um,
AJ, in the season 2 intro said hi, hello. That's basically what he said. So
yeah. So, I guess I'm Isaac, and I guess the reason that Callan would choose me for the cars special is because I'm very into cars and very knowledgeable about cars. So that's what I'm gonna say for that. There you
that
go.
is very true. And today we're going to take a look at two car brands that one has been very popular. One of the car brands has been very popular, and the other one is just starting to grow. One of them is called Lucid. Maybe you've heard of them, maybe you haven't. And the other one is called Tesla, which has been a very popular electric car brand. So we're about to take a look at Lucid's website and just show what kind of cars they have. Now, they have, for sure that I know, the Lucid Air. And as you can see right now, or sometime, I don't know if it had showed up or not, but it's Lucid Air. Their site is very slow. Any day now it'll do its thing. You have the Air Pure, and it ranges from a bunch of things, but basically, it starts from $77,000, range of 420 miles, and 11 horsepower. And a fun fact about Lucid is this car has the lowest drag coefficient that any car has had, but it also shares it with the new Mercedes EQS, which we'll get into the next special, is Mercedes and BMW, more German cars. Right now, we're going to focus on these two. Lucid is an American car brand. They're based in America. Actually, the founder of Lucid used to work for Tesla, so this is why we're comparing them, because they're big rivals now. The founder used to work for Tesla. He quit and he went and started his own brand, which is starting to really grow now. I think,
If I'm not mistaken, it's Peter Rawlinson is the head of Lucid. And he was the former chief engineer on the Tesla Model S.
I'm pretty sure you're right about that. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you're right about that. 'Cause I think that's what somebody said. I was watching a review on one of these, and that's what they said. They're a chief engineer. But anyways, it has the lowest drag coefficient. Now let's take a look at Tesla. So Tesla is a very popular car brand founded by Elon Musk way back when, in 2007 or 8, I want to say. I could probably check that later, but he had founded it, and the first car was the Tesla Roadster. Obviously, I'm going to show you their site right now, and that's showing the Model 3.
Now, that one was the one that was famous for going to space.
Yeah. That's Elon Musk had taken his Tesla model, or no, his Tesla Roadster. Yeah, Tesla Roadster, and shot it up into space for SpaceX, like a ad for SpaceX, which I think is, I think that's funny. But anyways, they have the Model 3 right here, as you can see, but they also have a Model S, the Model 3, the Model X, the Model Y, and they're now working on the Cybertruck, which most everyone has heard about, and they're working on 3 cars: the Tesla Cybertruck, the Tesla Semi, which not many people know about, and then the new Tesla Roadster, which again not many people know about because they don't really advertise it that much. In fact, Tesla doesn't have any advertising, zero advertising whatsoever, because the people who buy them actually advertise them for free. It's free advertising. Anyways, I want to know, Isaac, what do you think? What one would you buy? Would you rather buy a Lucid Air or a Tesla Model S? Let me go and show you that one.
So I think that Lucid Air, I think that's a very interesting question because Lucid Air is it's meant to be kind of a luxury sedan. And it's meant to be like a special, like known for luxury thing. Whereas Tesla, most of their cars are meant for first the practicality of having the electric car,
Mm-hmm.
and then um, also being able to carry like lots of, I guess, like up to 7 people in some of the models, um, and being luxurious as well.
Right.
Um, but I think if I were buying for myself and I didn't have to think of the practicality, I'd probably go with the Lucid Air because that's supposed to be, well, it's supposed to be a like a new luxury car. So
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I would buy the Lucid Air, but I think I'd have to test drive how it would feel. Um, because to have in order when you have a car, you have to know what it feels like, what it's like to drive. And a common problem with the Model S Plaid is the brakes. On Throttle House, which is a popular review show on YouTube, they were driving it, they were racing it, and all that, right? Loads of fun. It's straight line fast like crazy, but it can't stop. So when they went and drove it around their track, they had a lot of problems with that. So I think for that purpose, I'd rather want to stop than, if you go fast, you're gonna have to stop, right? Safety.
yeah,
So I think I get the Lucid too. Um, but talking about
I think
Lucid, go ahead.
I think it's interesting that you mention straight line speed because the Tesla Model S Plaid is it actually per a Car and Driver review ties with the Car and Driver review for the fastest quarter mile at 9.4 seconds set by the Bugatti Chiron.
Yeah, it's no slowpoke, and um it's like a family sedan. It's a heavy family sedan that has the speed of a Bugatti, except not top speed because the top speed is limited to 200 miles an hour. And it is supposedly the fastest accelerating production car, but in tests that people have done, they've shown that it doesn't actually go 0 to 60 in 1.99 seconds as they advertise on their website. Anyways, speaking of Lucid, they have a future model coming out called the Lucid Gravity, or they call it Project Gravity. You should see that right now. But before I continue on it, I just want to say, so another electric car brand is Rivian, and they have two cars. They're not really in like production, but they make them, but they're not in production. Because there aren't
They're
that
in
many
like
of
the
them,
launch model stages.
right? Because there aren't that many of them. And the SUV especially. But if you take a look at this Lucid Air, you can see what it looks like in the back, right? But take a quick look at the Rivian R1S, the SUV. They kind of look similar, don't they?
Yeah. So I think probably some of the reasons behind that is like they're both very new things. There's probably very similar styling. when it comes to electric cars because
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to get that futuristic look, and really like the futuristic look you're looking for.
Right.
Everybody thinks it's like one look. A majority of people think that it's one look. And so
Hang
there's
out.
like this one look that's gonna keep coming up through. Um,
Uh,
like you can see that in kind of like the Tesla Cybertruck. Light bars are a big thing there.
yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you real
As they
quick.
are in the Rivian and the
Hang on, Isaac. I'm gonna have to stop you real quick. My dog is going crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna pause this real quick. All right, Isaac. Sorry for that distraction there. My dog decided he was gonna go on a crazy little thing. Um, so Isaac, continue what you were saying about light bars and how they're all looking the same.
So lots of electric vehicles. I guess first you kind of have to go back to you have to backtrack a little bit to older cars. You see light bars a lot in like cars where they're trying to make this futuristic look. And I think those are going to really start coming back. They're going to make a they're going to make their return in these electric cars because once again people are looking forward to like what is the future of the car going to look like. And so like people are kind of going back there saying, oh, this like light bar was seen as a futuristic symbol, and it still probably applies today.
Yeah,
So I think the light bar is going to be a common theme through many electric vehicles.
I have to agree. You can see with Porsche too, they have they have their light bars on pretty much all their cars. Uh, but yeah, again, I think what's happening is things from the past are coming. They're becoming modern now. Like what was modern back then has now turned modern. It's weird. So you can see light bars, per your example. They, were modern back then. They kind of lost it. They're modern in the '90s too, but they lost it. Anyways, it looks the Project Gravity just looks a lot like the Rivian R1S, and for that reason, I don't think I'd buy either of them. I think I'd have to go with a Tesla, which I wouldn't like to say because the Tesla SUVs, if you've seen them before, they have a Model X and a Model Y. Let me go and show you right now. The tab is loading. You can see the Model S right now, and then it's changing. Slowly load to a different one, but it can seat 7 apparently, but it's got this weird sloping design. It's unusual, and I get that Elon Musk. All of the cars are not supposed to look like every other car. You should be able to see the Tesla now, but you can see that the shape, right? It doesn't look like it could seat 7. And apparently they have a
I
plaid
think
model.
if you're seating 7 in one of those, you're going to want to have the tallest people in the middle because that's just in the middle is going to be where the most headroom is.
Yeah.
Whereas like, it's going to be very uncomfortable for those people who are sitting like in the third row, just because of the sloping roof line there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you can't have much cargo space if you have the third row. It's
Yeah.
just not there.
I'd have to say, I have to agree. Tall people are gonna have to go either in the middle or the front. You're only gonna be able to have small kids in the back because that you don't have that headroom and the knee room. Let me see if I can find any pictures of the interior here while I'm on their site. You can see the interior right here, the front one where it's.
I think probably it would be a little more practical if they just took out the third row and you could have your Tesla SUV with more cargo room in the rear, and then you could just have like some legitimate headroom for the I don't know. It's just a
Yeah.
lot more practical than having your kids sit in the third row until they're 7 years old and then can't sit there ever again.
Well, I think you don't have to have. You can get it without a third row. You can get the SUV without a third row. You can see here the interior. They got the yoke, steering design, steering yoke. They finally changed the screen to not be vertical, so when you watch movies or something, they can actually be like the way they're supposed to. So let me keep looking. Yeah, they have wireless game. All that. Okay, hang on. They probably don't have. I'm still looking for a picture of the rear.
I
I
wonder
can't
what
seem to find one.
you would use wireless gaming in your Tesla Model.
Well, I think what you can do is you can have like they have a built-in gaming system. I don't know if I can find a picture of it, but in the back seat, you know where the center console is between the front two seats, front seats, and then the middle seats, behind the center console, is a big screen that you can have a bunch of games on, but you can wirelessly hook up a controller or something to that little screen, and you can play any games you want. Um, and then I think you can also
Some
hook up like an Xbox or a PlayStation, um, into the console, and it'll pop up on the screen. I'm not exactly sure on that, but I'm pretty sure you
I
can.
think that kind of makes sense because I know there's some cars with like HDMI cables, or HDMI ports that you can literally have the TV in the back of the car. You can like set your game system down on the floor and then plug it into the HDMI port, and it'll connect to your TV in the
Yeah,
car.
it's
So
technology is getting pretty insane these days. Uh,
cars and game systems.
yeah. All right, I think that's all the time we have for this special episode. Um, Thank you, Isaac, for having me. We'll probably have you on the next special episode. Um, and the next special episode, we're going to be talking about German cars, which would range from Volkswagen Auto Group to BMW Group to who's Mercedes Benz owned by again? It's like it starts with a D, like Daimler or something like that. Whoever's Mercedes is owned by that group. We're going to be talking about these groups and how similar they are and how different they are and what the hell could be. So, thank you again, Isaac, and this
Yeah,
is
thank you for having me.
you're welcome.